In this program, The Architecture of Mind, we examine how psychological and spiritual dynamics create our need to defend and how that need can be undone. Drawing on A Course in Miracles, we will map the ego structures and outline a practical path toward genuine, sustainable invulnerability. Defense is paradoxical. The more we defend, the more threatened we feel. The ego demands constant vigilance, teaching us that the world is hostile. By building shields, the mind actually confirms the danger it fears. We will question how much energy we invest in protecting ego versus nurturing higher mind. Here we unpack the anatomy of a defense. On the surface, we see anger and attack, the visible wall. Beneath that lie fear and vulnerability, guarding a deeper core of guilt and separation. Transformation does not fight these outer layers. It heals the core belief in separation, so the entire structure can fall away. Conflict is powered by a cycle of projection. It begins with belief in separation, which generates hidden guilt. To escape this guilt, the mind projects it outward, then fears retaliation and feels compelled to defend. Each defensive act reinforces separation. Understanding this loop is the first step to interrupting it. The ego equates us with the body, finite, isolated, and easily harmed, so vulnerability seems inevitable. In contrast, mind or spirit is continuous, limitless, and inherently safe. Our work is to recognize that the mind's true nature cannot be threatened, and that the body's limits do not define our real security. A pivotal shift occurs when we embrace guiltlessness. If guilt is the root of fear, then recognizing innocence is the root of invulnerability. By meeting others from a place of inner safety, we demonstrate that no real harm is possible. And in doing so, we teach and reinforce mutual innocence. We operate from one of two thought systems. The altar of the ego seeks self-preservation through separation, using projection and attack, and it sees others as threats or tools, resulting in chronic conflict. The altar of the Holy Spirit remembers shared wholeness, extends forgiveness, and leads to peace and invulnerability. Relationships reveal which thought system we follow. The ego's view reduces people to separate bodies that must defend against each other. Christ's vision, by contrast, sees shared light extending beyond all limits. As perception shifts from form to this inner radiance, relationships become vehicles for healing rather than conflict. Defenses depend on time. Guilt is anchored in the past. Fear anticipates future attack. The holy instant suspends both, centering awareness in a present that is free of history and anxiety. In this timeless moment, the mind experiences a clean beginning, where only happiness and safety are truly justified. True safety does not fight darkness. It exposes it to light. The atonement recognizes that egoic illusions have no real power. When we bring fearful thoughts to awareness without attack, illumination naturally dissolves them. Our task is not to fortify defenses, but to consistently invite light to reinterpret what we fear. Invulnerability is not something we acquire. It is our natural state when defenses are no longer needed. Laying down our psychological armor is not weakness, but an acknowledgement of inner strength. As we remember who we truly are, the impulse to defend fades, and we participate in a shared peace that needs no walls.